Radio Paranormal.
Welcome to Radio Paranormal.
Hey.
I told you I fixed the beginning.
You did. I'm so happy. You worked so hard.
I'm good for something. Sometimes.
You are.
Hey, look, we got 4 people watching. We got 4 people. So all of the 4 people that are watching, buckle up.
We're in a mood. It's a thing.
Oh, I am iced in South Carolina, and I got nothing to do but
this.
I mean, I've been straining bacon fat. So that's what I've been doing.
Oh, but you were out delivering the other day, weren't you?
I was doing some dashing of the doors to make a little extra money for the storm coming in. And if anybody out there's watching, if you guys DoorDash or whatever, jump in the comments, tell me the weirdest thing you've ever had to deliver. So I ended up driving 16 miles and made a decent amount of money to deliver a stress ball. That's all.
Okay, so I looked up what that thing is. So to me, a stress ball is like a foam one.
Right.
Yeah,
no, this is like changes colors and squishy. And apparently the kids cut it open and put it in microwaves and stuff.
To do what?
I don't know, but there's a lawsuit right now because it blew up in the kid's face. I just say, like, that's just typical how I was brought up in Gen X. Like, if you blew up your microwave, you deserved it, and you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's like the new iPods.
It's just weird. Like and they sent me to CVS, which is a pharmacy, right, to go pick this up. So, y'all, if y'all are watching and you're dashing some doors, let me know some strange stuff. I got more to come, but no, DoorDash is completely shut down today. The whole area is shut down, and it's so bad here in the South that Waffle Houses are closing.
You know, it's bad if a Waffle House closes in the South.
The U.S. government actually uses the Waffle House Index to tell the National Weather Service and others how bad it is. So when Waffle Houses start closing, that means it's going to be terrible. So that being said, I have power for now. But at any point in this interview, if I just go, we have no power. So,
good times. No, okay. Yeah. So I always judged Waffle Houses by their signs when I was traveling, because I grew up north. We didn't have them, but when I traveled, we did. You know, I would run across them. So I feel like the more letters burnt out on their sign, the better the Waffle House gonna be.
See, I just know that a Waffle House, depending on how many people have been shot, stabbed, or gotten into a fight at that Waffle House, then I know that that's a good one.
That's a good one. Okay.
And I will say, yes, I too have been shot at a Waffle House. So,
no way.
It's delicious. Oh yeah, I got shot at a couple times at Waffle Houses. So, anyway, that's what we're doing. We got a great guest though too. But before that, tell me about New Orleans and the ramp up of Mardi Gras. How's that going?
Oh, good. Cold. We had our latest parade last night, Chewbacca's. Fun parade. It's all walking. It's one of the last in the quarter. Next week will be the last that goes in the quarter. The rest of them go to the traditional canal route that everyone thinks is one day, and it's like starts January 6th, folks. This year, you know, Mardi Gras is generally a marathon, not a sprint, but this year it's a sprint. It's the 17th. So Chewbacca's is what I call the funnest nerd thing ever, because it's all Star Wars and sci-fi.
I'm good with all of the above. All
right?
Of the above.
And they get creative. I didn't go last night. I had to go talk to some dead people on a ghost hunt.
Of course.
So I did that instead. And that's not his thing. So he stayed home and did, I don't know, whatever Chris does when I'm not there. I don't even want to know some.
He's doing Chris things. And before we talk about Chris, please like and share before we make fools of ourselves. You know what I think we should do? I think we should just jump into our guest because I have questions. He has answers.
And you know what? He is a really good example of why we are putting on the Paracon, because he is going to be one of our speakers. He fits right into our main focus. We are trying not to be the traditional Paracon. We are trying to be educational focused. How can I be a better paranormal investigator? How can I find out if I have gifts? Where are some legit, accurate, safe outlets to learn things? And this guy is going to be talking about some of that stuff.
So yeah, I'm excited. I need to learn. I've been in the paranormal 30 plus years, and guess what? I know enough about the paranormal that to know that I know nothing. Yeah. So Paracons like yours that are gonna, that are focused on learning is first of its kind that I've seen. Because there's so much to learn from so many people. But why don't we touch on some of the stuff with our guest? Would you like to interview? Of course you want to interview him because you're here. Would you like do the thing that you do?
So we have Dr. Bill Slevin, who is a world-renowned paranormal investigator, parapsychologist, demonologist, educator, again, why we're bringing him on, author. He does have a new book coming out, so we're going to talk to him about that, with over 36 years of experience in uncovering the mysteries of the unknown. He has a PhD in parapsychology, hence the doctor, and metaphysical humanistic science. And he has led well over 1,000 residential investigations, specializing in hauntings and demonic cases that challenge hauntings, depending upon what part of the country you're from. I'm doing two languages at the same time.
We're doing the Appalachian and the Minnesota and the New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay.
That are challenged even the most seasoned experts in teaching people how to fully understand evidence that they capture. So welcome, Dr. Bill Slevin, I hope. Hi.
And there he is.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Well, I was going to pull him up when you were done saying his full name, and then you slowed down, and then I second guessed myself. So, but anyway, you're here, doctor. Thank you so much. But first of all, since we do have a doctor here, I need you to look at this. I'm just kidding.
Well, I want to bring this up first of all. Our Waffle Houses are open right now down in Florida, so
I don't like you at all, and this is the first time I've talked to you, and it just more and more, I just don't like you.
And he'll shoot at you here too.
How are the thighs? Do they have all the?
That is so true. You get all of the BS and none of the weather down there in Florida.
Yeah.
I love it. So the reason why he brought that up, y'all, here in the South, Waffle Houses are closing down. We're lucky I got power going on. So the 24 y'all that are watching, and probably maybe more, if you're in the South, stay off the streets. I just need to do my PSA. Please stay off the streets. I've talked to a bunch of my friends in law enforcement, and it is nasty out there. So stay home and just watch us. Anyway, I needed to get that out because it's bad. It's bad out there.
What about the Dollar Generals? Are they going to be open tomorrow?
You know what? I'm going to call Tractor Supply tomorrow, and if they're not open, we're doomed.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
And I feel fine.
Sorry, Phil, we get a little goofy.
Nope. We got to save the F words for like the end, people that are in the chats. We like to cuss, but Facebook is weird, so we got to keep the Fs for later. So I'm going to star what you just said, and we'll put it back up.
Yeah, go later. You got to start.
Also, it's a troll, and they're trolling. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna leave it in the comments because I think trolls are funny. You just don't get airtime. So anyway,
so Dr. Bill,
Those are
how are
always
you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So we just got up. Oh, there's my mom. Hi, Mom.
hi, Mom. I had to put Mom up. Love you, Mom.
Thank you. Oh,
Okay, now let the show begin.
yes.
Wow.
So, Dr. Bill, we're going to have you at New Orleans Paracon here,
Yes.
July 31st through August 2nd at the Astor Crown Plaza in the French Quarter. I want to know, we're so happy that you're a part of it, but what makes you excited about it?
Well, first of all, I've never been to New Orleans, as crazy as that is. So I am excited to come to New Orleans. On top of it, like you said, this is something a little different. I've done conventions, and I do schools and libraries and things like that, and it's very few conventions or paracons or anything really do a lot of educating. It's more that's my amazing manager.
Oh, hey, Asia.
It's more of, we're going up, we're talking about ourselves, we're talking about our cases, things we've done. It's not a lot of like workshops. There are some that have very few. So I like the fact that I'm going to be there, actually educating people, because that's what I like to do. Most of my, when we do libraries and schools and things like that, it is more focused on the educational side of it.
Mhm.
So I enjoy that. I'm looking forward. There's nothing about this that I'm not looking forward to.
I know Chris has talked to you.
Right.
He's got some locations for you. He's excited to bring you to.
Yes.
And Dr. Bill, I'm excited too, because like you, I've never been to New Orleans either. So like, I don't know what to expect. I'm totally looking forward to that. That's going to be so much fun. So, but other than speaking and the fact that it's going to be an educational paracon, outside of that, what's the one New Orleans thing that you got to get right when you get there? Like mine's going to be beignets.
That's, it's funny. I was just talking to my mother, and she goes, "You have to have those first thing." That's what she said.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's you and me go get us some beignets when we get there.
All right, sounds good.
And I've got the perfect beignet tasting route for the two of you. You go to Miss Loretta's Pralines in the French Market. You get some of her beignets. Then you go to the Icon Cafe du Monde. You get some of those beignets. They're different. The Ursuline nuns from Normandy, France, are the ones that brought the recipe over, just like the pralines. And Miss Loretta's is a little bit more of the French flaky pastry style, while Cafe du Monde is a little bit more of a southerny biscuit kind of. It's a little bit more dense. They're both kind of light. So locals are torn as to which is the one. I'll give you another tip. It's when you're about to bite in, do not inhale. That's all I got to say.
Well, as my favorite president once said, I never inhaled. What?
Yeah. So go wear that stuff. So what are you going to be talking about at the Paracon?
So my classes, my workshop is going to be on how to properly conduct residential investigations. So it's po' boys too. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to be explaining to people what the difference is when you're going on a real residential investigation, because a lot of people that just watch the paranormal shows and everything, they don't really get a full feel of that. It's very, very different from public investigating. And there's a lot of dangers in it. There's a lot of dangers for you, a lot of dangers for the client. So there's a lot of things that people don't understand. And I have 37 years now in the paranormal field, but I also have 33 years in the technology field. So I know how equipment works. I know what sets it off naturally. I know I'm an expert in CCTV cameras and everything. So I know what causes all the little things you see on the cameras that everybody thinks is something, sometimes it is.
Right.
Sometimes it is, but that's what I'm really looking forward to.
So false positives are a good thing to learn for investigators, because just like you'll say, I know a lot of people say, oh my God, it's a demon, and it's not, bad people die too. It's like, oh, that's a spike in EMF, yet their phone's not on airplane mode and it's right there.
Right.
Or SLS cameras, you get outside with them, foliage, trees, umbrellas on patio tables.
I've only had 2 captures on an SLS that really had me questioning. I've seen them actually pick up things from wallpaper patterns, the lines in the bricks on the wall. I mean, it's amazing because that's what it is programmed to do. It is programmed to scan and look for things that will imitate a person because it's looking for your arms and legs for gaming, So I've had 2 that are really, really interesting that I can't explain.
Oh boy, I hope you get to go to the Andrew Jackson Hotel and meet Priest.
Well,
All right.
I work
he
a
does
lot
the
with
wild stuff.
I work a lot with ITC. I work with Supernatural Inc. I don't know if you know my best friend KD Stafford. He makes the ink boxes. He's been on Ghost of Devil's Perch.
Where's my ink box?
Goes to Morgan City. He makes the ink boxes.
Okay.
But we work with a lot of ITC, and you know what? It's true, because there's a ton of false positives. Like there's not a lot on an ink box or a reverse sweep box or what have you that catches me off guard because I work with it all the time. But there's things that you're going to pick up that, the person that just got this box has no knowledge of it. They're going to pick up every single full sentence and think it's something. So, and there's not a lot of explaining of how to debunk. Everybody wants evidence. This is what it is. But what happened to the good old debunking? And, I think that's what you're going to bring a lot to the table. I'm excited to learn from you.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you watch TV and you watch all the shows, and look, I love the shows. I've been on some of the stuff, but you have to understand there's a difference a little bit between paranormal and paranormal entertainment. There's one of the things is I tell people is if you go out and you buy, let's say, a REM pod, okay, don't put it there, turn it on and go, oh, it beeped. I got a ghost. Learn how your device works. Learn what sets it off naturally, how to test, how to replicate, how to debunk what just happened to see if you get it again. Most people don't do that. It's just, it beeped, it's a ghost, and now we know, and it's there's a lot of that.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's not how it is.
Think about the title, paranormal investigator. What does investigator imply? Questioning.
Well, even the word hunter, it's not, that doesn't imply that you're going to go out there and get anything. And that's what I try to tell people. I'm going to tell you, 90% of paranormal investigating is sheer boredom or laughing with your friends.
Yes.
It's that 10%.
Well, that's why the shows, it's what you don't see. First of all, if they filmed what we did just on a straight raw basis, just film us live, it's boring. It's very boring. It is. Sometimes you can go 10, 12 hours and get nothing. But like I can tell you, I know one of the shows specifically takes 26 days to film an episode. So when you have 45 minutes show, it's been taken from pieces and clips from everything, every little sound, every little thing. Doesn't mean they didn't capture anything, but it just means that you're not seeing the raw footage like we see, which can be very boring, and back to what you were saying, like with the equipment, I always say the paranormal is the unexplained. If you can explain it, it can't be paranormal. So if I could give you a logical explanation of scientifically why that device went off, could it be paranormal? It still kind of could be, but I have to go on how I know it went off naturally. That takes it out. Once that does it, then I can't consider that evidence anymore because I have another explanation for it. So, you have to look into it deep.
Right.
And And that's not saying that you don't notate the incident and go back and look at it later to see if maybe it coincided with something that happened later.
Exactly.
Don't throw it away, but there's evidence that you present, and then there's evidence and data that you keep because it's personal. It happened to you personally. That doesn't mean throw it away. So, and a lot of people do that. They're like, well, I can't, I don't know. Somebody was talking during this EVP. I got to throw it out. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Right.
Just don't present it as a finished product. Go back and listen,
Right. Like people don't realize that if they're doing an EVP session and somebody coughs or somebody, makes a noise, just go, John coughed and just keep going. So you'll remember when you hear it. Because if not, they're all going to be like, what was that? Did you hear that? And they'll forget that John coughed.
Shuffled feet or adjusted some of those recorders, we've got a couple Zoom mics, and boy, those will pick up. We don't do a lot of EVP here, especially in the French Quarter, because it's the French Quarter. It's never going to be silent.
Wow. Right.
But we do maybe short 60-second burst sessions, but it's hard in some of the locations because it's so loud. But keeping those Zoom recorders will pick up something down the next block.
Yeah. I do like
we have one. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Doctor.
No, that's all right. I was just gonna say I like some of the older recorders. I have all the way back still the cassette recorders. I do like some of the older recorders because they do tend to not have as sensitive of a microphone, and they don't filter things for HD, which just in my opinion, I just like them better. But but you also on those, you got to know the difference. Like I have a DR60 and you got to know the difference of the static noise it makes and what an actual word is. You got to be pretty careful with those.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd like to tell people about the DR60s. Imagine getting an EVP underwater. And that's what a DR60 sounds like to me.
But I'll be honest, I have some of the clearest EVPs we've ever gotten on DR60s, which is it does work, but you got to know how to decipher it. You got to understand that every little sound is not something. No, I have some. I could even show you when we're there. I have some that are so clear that like nobody in the room had to even ask what it said. Everybody heard it clear as day, and it shocked us a couple of them. Yeah, I got a few of them that are really good.
We have one as a team, but I just don't get to use it much because it stays up in Kansas City where we're based out of. But I can talk about the Zooms, and I do not recommend those to anybody starting out because they're super complicated to figure out, like just to get all the settings right. Get you an old, go to a thrift store and find an old cassette recorder that's got a microphone and start there. $10 in plus however.
The only thing I'll say with those, I love them. Just you have to use new tapes every time.
Yes.
Because it will sometimes keep, remnants of it on the tape when it's erased. So always use new tapes. But those are good. Or just you can find the thrift stores, find some old Panasonic, some old Sonys. If you could still find them for $20-$30 like they are, but the prices keep going up because everybody knows now that the older recorders are sought after by everybody, and
we've got some of those too still in our box of things.
I have a case.
And speaking of being 60. Excited, and speaking of being excited about going to New Orleans and checking out this informational Paracon. For those of you that are watching via something other than your phone, that little QR code, wrong way, that little QR code right there, scan it. It will take you to the New Orleans Paracon, the first ever in the French Quarter, New Orleans Paracon. It will show you everything you need to know, prices from $300 a night. That's for a couple with a hotel room at the Crown Plaza. Y'all ain't gonna pay anything cheaper than that to do this. But yeah, just scan that. That'll take you to the code. Running at the bottom is www.neworleansparacon.com. Check it out there. And then we'll talk about our packages here in a little bit. And now, back to the show.
I put the link in the comments too.
Okay, good.
So,
Sorry, I was like, I need to pay bills.
You're also, I assume, you're also going to be at your booth at the Paracon. You're going to have your new book there for people
Yes.
to have access to.
Yes, my book, it actually came out in September, and that's why I've been promoting it. I have it here. It's Living Life Haunted. It's my 36 years in the paranormal field. It's my autobiography.
And, I found the buttons, y'all.
That was good. And it's something that I was working on for 3 years. And it was because I went back and forth and I go, everything I've done in this field, everything I've been part of, what do you put in? What don't you put in? You know, I didn't want to make it just a book of cases. I wanted somebody, when they read it, to understand what it's like to do what I do. And it kind of has a lot of personal stuff. It has cases. It has things you don't see on TV, like what we deal with outside of the case, when things follow us home, when we get attached to a case, when there's so many different things, you know, that I wanted everybody to understand a little bit of everything. And it's a big book. It's 364 pages. It's not a small book. And it's been, you know, I've gotten a lot of great reviews on it so far, and I'm real happy with it.
So how often did you have to get cleared off?
You a lot. I mean, I've had, I haven't had a lot of full-on attachments. I've had a good handful of them. But sometimes you just get that energy attached to you where you're drained and you're just not right. And you have to get yourself, you know, cleared and kind of grounded, because it does a lot of what we do, especially when you're working with the darker cases. It does, you know, attach to you. It does come at you, and it will go through. It's like people don't understand that demonic stuff. No, it's all good. I like it. Demonic stuff can actually go through you to your family.
Yes.
So it is something that's not for everybody, you know, that side of it. But yeah, plenty of times you have to get yourself. Sometimes I had to take a step back for a little bit and you know, just kind of relax and get away from it, because it can be a lot sometimes, can be overwhelming. You're dealing with people, you're dealing with real emotions, real, you know, trauma and different things. And it can take a lot out of you.
And that's something I think is a lot of people don't understand. And we see on our ghost hunts, you know, these people that come in and say, I'm zipped up, nothing will touch me. And we think, okay, good luck with that. You know, you can do all of whatever you think that you can.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm not saying don't do that. Don't do your daily cleansing. Don't clear your house. Don't do that. Do those things. But sometimes no matter what you do,
right,
it doesn't matter.
I tell people the hardest thing. Go ahead.
We talk about that in the native ways too. 7 generations. What you do will affect you for 7 generations, and a lot of that I've heard with the evil spirits of the demonic side too, where you just said that it runs through family lines. Oh, I've heard the number 7 mentioned in demonology, about maybe it runs through 7 generations. I mean, that's how serious this work is. You're not just going to affect you. I mean, the sins of the father, there's reasons why these sayings have been around for generations. I mean, you know, I like to have fun. Yeah, we had a couple of laughs there, but now it's serious, y'all. And this is the one thing that you've got to learn. Oh, this could be life or death. And I'm sure, Dr. Bill, you've got cases that you've seen that are like that. And I don't want to scare people, but I want to scare people enough to where you need to go to the right people to get information and learn. But that being said, also do your due diligence. Not everybody out here is going to give you the right information. And a lot of these people are
Exactly.
going to charge you and get you hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I felt like I needed to put that out. I don't know what you got on follow up there, Doc.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing. I mean, I could tell you a lot of our cases come from people who went to other teams. And I'm not saying there's nobody out there that knows what they're doing. It's just that if you were watching, the TV shows and you learn from the TV shows, and then you go out and you start, wanting to be a ghost hunter or an investigator, and you want to go out there, I encourage it. I do, but don't go into people's homes. Don't do that unless you're with experienced people who know what they're doing, because like you said, there's dangers to you, but there's also dangers to the client, because if you don't know how to properly determine the difference between a possible, say, demonic case over a possible person who's schizophrenic and they didn't tell you, or maybe they don't even know yet, you can damage them really bad, and not just in a demon sense. You could damage them very bad, because no matter what you do, no matter what you cleanse, no matter what goes on in that house, you're not going to fix their illness. And when you leave, they still have it, and they're still going to hear those voices, and they're still going to see those things, but now they're going to think that it's coming to kill them. And you could get them, they could harm themselves. It is a dangerous thing. Like, I've been an IT director for 33 years, but the last 12 and a half years, it was at a psychiatric facility. So I've learned a lot about psychiatric illness. I learned a lot about, everything to do with addiction and illness and all that it helps. My team is very well versed in many different things. I have a fully licensed psychologist on my team. I have a Peruvian trained shaman. We have so many different people on our team, and my team is all spread out. We're a nonprofit. We don't charge for anything we do. And we're spread out between Florida, Georgia, Nebraska, Indiana, UK, Italy, and Greece. So we have people all over the place. And we try to educate other people, not just, regular people who want to learn. We want to educate people that are coming into this field to learn and try to bring back a little more of the research, because we've gone too far off to the clicks and not so much to the research. And it's I like the entertainment side of it, but it's not advancing the field anymore, because it's too many people just doing it for money and likes and things, and not looking. They don't want the true evidence. They just want something they can show to glorify it,
Mhm.
So
Right.
that's the problem.
It is.
Or something that they can use to put the word demon in their YouTube so the algorithm picks them up.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I say this all the time. Anybody, I don't care who they are. I know some people might say something to me. I don't care who they are. If they say they're not scared from either a demonic case they're on or a demonic case they're going into, then they have no idea what a demonic case is, because they are rare, but they are frightening. And you don't know what's going to happen. And it's very, very different than anything you've ever seen. And, so yeah, anybody who says, oh yeah, we had a, like if you look at a YouTube thing and we're like, oh yeah, we're in a demonic case tonight. And they were laughing. No, they weren't.
Yeah. No, you're not.
No.
If the camera work is steady, no, it's not.
We don't go,
what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, we don't go running out and screaming, but I was on 7 confirmed demonic cases, and every one of them was the most frightening things I've ever been part of in my life. I will never forget them. They will haunt me forever. And those where I was scared. There's no other way around it. You have to try to contain it.
You do.
And keep your faith over it, but they're frightening.
I always say you have to be like that ER doctor that's got a bad case. You gotta just get done what you need done, and then you can react and be scared. You can let the rest of that out later.
Right.
And let me give a shout out to this one person, Frenchie. If that's KD's buddy, Frenchie, what's up, man? So so him and KD, if that's the right same Frenchie, they served together in the Army, and like KD and I were doing a show, and out of nowhere, dude pops up, and then they reconnected. So that was really cool. So thank you for watching, bro.
Oh, cool.
I hope you're good. Sorry, what I was gonna say is I use my military training a lot because I have been super terrified in some evil cases. Like, but you have to sit there. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm a shaman with the Eastern Band, medicine man with Eastern Band of Cherokee Nation. I'm trained to do it, but that doesn't mean that I'm not still a human.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're going to be scared. I don't care who you are, what you've been through, what you've done. Once true evil has touched you, you're never the same.
Yeah.
No.
I get, as a demonologist, I get called in to assess cases by other teams, by different things. And, those calls come in and I'm just like, oh, crap. But I do it because I want to help people. I mean, that's why I say for me, it was like a calling because, my first ever residential case turned out to be a rare demonic case where most people would have run for their lives and never done this again. And I always say this, every one of the 7 teams that had these cases that I was called into for those demonic cases, every one of those teams retired, never did it again after that case.
Yep.
There were every person on that team never did it again. They were too freaked out.
I think we've kind of covered the basis for those guys and gals that are just entry level coming in. So let's take it up to the intermediate. So I have an intermediate question.
Sure.
What are your number 2 go-to protections in your go bag? Your 2 spiritual protections.
Well, I have first is my prayer that we say when I go in. To me, okay. That's the faith for me, it doesn't matter what religion you are or whatever. For me, I was raised Catholic, I'm Catholic. That is what protects me. Past that, I have a little pouch that I bring with me that has my grandmother's cross in it that she used to wear all the time. I keep that on me because I believe she is my guardian. I have a whole chapter on her in the book. I also have a cool little thing in there too that was added a few years back when I was part of the Warren Legacy Foundation. Chris McKennell, their grandson, he gave me a Virgin Mary medal that was Lorraine Warren's. So I have that with me.
Okay.
And then everything else that I have on me is blessed. Those are the main things though. I never go anywhere without those 2.
And it kind of sounds like, and here's where we can merge cultures, right? It just sounds like you're carrying a really large medicine bag.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, from my point of view, everything that you're carrying has intent and strong memories to you,
right,
for protection. And that's the same thing. Like I carry my medicine bag. I've got a cross from my great grandmother in there, and some other things. So, I mean, it just sounded similar to me when you explained it. So
right, I have my my rosary from when I did communion, my first communion.
Oh wow! So pretty powerful things to you that you can use.
Right.
I like that. Okay, that makes sense.
I got some holy water from the Vatican when I was there a few years ago.
Oh wow!
Okay, so that just surpassed intermediate, and we just went to to the conclaves. But yes, you too can order this Vatican water. I will have it shipped to you for only $99.95.
Right?
Yeah,
and a free jar of beef tallow.
And yes, I do make my own beef tallow. So in case,
and a Mardi Gras baby.
Bill, pull us back. And a Mardi Gras, eat the baby. Bill, that's something we got to do, Dr. Bill. We got to learn about the king cake, and apparently you don't eat the baby in the cake. I've been told. So that's something that we'll have to watch out for. I'll make sure you don't eat a baby, and then I won't eat a baby, and we'll be good.
I'm saving the babies from our king cakes for you.
Yeah, so somebody pull us back here. It's gone off the rails. Hey, Joanne.
So, Bill, you're going to have the book at our Paracon, but I assume you're going to have it at something else coming up. You're attending before the Paracon in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, I have a few things. I mean, there's a bunch that haven't been, you know, confirmed yet, but March 14th, I have Sunrise Comic Con, which is a 1-day Comic Con down here in Sunrise, Florida. It's a great little Comic Con. I mean, it's put on by the city. It's in the they give me what I love about it is my panel is in the theater. So it's in the Sunrise Civic Center, and the theater, they actually do full plays in there. So it's a 2-level theater. And when I go up and I do my presentation, they pull the screen down and it's from the ceiling to the floor on the stage. It's like a 120-foot screen. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
So it's a
Oh,
fun, yeah, it's
wow.
a fun, it's a great Paracon. I mean, a Comic Con, and it's a lot of fun there. And then, I mean, I don't know if I could officially say it, but I will see everybody at MegaCon the week after that. I just don't know all the details of it yet. But I've been part of MegaCon for the past 5 or 6 years, and that is a great thing. It's 4 days. It's like 200,000 people. It's I
Oh,
do.
wow.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing I've ever been part of. It is insane. I usually do about 5 or 6 panels throughout the weekend. All different types of things. Some of my team is there, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's overwhelming. You got to plan, like you need a good 30, 40 minutes to get from the booth to the panel room through the
Oh,
people
wow.
and upstairs. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot. When I come home from there, usually I don't want to talk about ghosts for a while.
Right. You don't want
but,
to talk about anything to anybody for a while.
Yeah. Oh, also, I don't even know if you know about this, but I do have another book there that I haven't even advertised. It's a paranormal journal and case log. So what I did was
Ooh.
I took the papers that we use during an actual investigation, and we put them in here so that you can log your ghost hunter, your investigation the way we do it. And there's enough in here for 10 separate cases.
So funny that you pulled that up, because right before we went off the rails, I actually had in my notes to ask you if you had a written down questionnaire that you put out with the mental health questions and all that, which would be very helpful to newcomers. And oh, look, there it is.
Right. Well, we do have that. That's not in there. This is more geared for people. It can be used in residentials. It's residential and public. We wanted to make it generalized so that people could use it on ghost hunts and ghost tours and things like that. But
Got it.
I let anybody know if you want to contact me. I do have the things we use for the type of questions we ask. I have no problem sharing that with people because we want you to learn. It's very important. Like, we ask a lot of our clients for medical evaluations, psychological evaluations. If we think it's something going that way, we need to clear it so that we know. It's hard to get people to understand that, because they think if they tell us they have an illness, or we look into it and find out they have an illness, that we're going to go, well, there's your problem. And that's not always the case. I mean, we need to know that so we know what we're looking for. If you don't tell us, yeah.
Let me ask you this, because okay, now we're just going to jump to expert level because this question popped up. So, how do you get around HIPAA? Because I have run into some cases where the family members are screaming HIPAA, and there's nothing I can do.
Well, HIPAA is different because I worked in a psychiatric facility. So HIPAA is to protect. Once we know your info, we can't share it with people. We can't force them to give it to us. We can only ask. If they don't tell us, they don't tell us. But we also have, like, one of the things we do before we ever get on a call with a client, like an actual Zoom call to meet them, and they have about 5 or 6 documents they have to sign. There's confidentiality agreements, there's non-disclosures, there's stuff in there that covers HIPAA and everything you can think of, because people have to understand it's also, you got to cover yourself, because everybody is sue happy. If you have to be very cautious on what you say. I can tell people, well, what you're saying could be the signs, not that they have it. You got to be cautious on what you say.
Yeah.
I can't say you could have
Yes.
schizophrenia. I can say that is signs of a schizophrenic person, that this and that. Because if you tell them something, they can take it as you're trying to diagnose them, and then you can actually be sued for like malpractice because you're giving them medical advice without a medical degree. And we never do that. We never say we're doctors. We never say we're trying to diagnose them. Although we have a licensed psychologist on the team now who technically can diagnose them, but
Right.
none of that. And if you look at me or any of my team sites or my team members, you will only see us posting stuff about some public stuff we do. We never post about our private cases. We never post the people's information. Now, I do have cases in my book. The names have changed. The cities have changed. There's nothing identifiable in those cases. They weren't public cases that everybody could find out about. There are one or two where I do mention things, but I was given permission by the families. We never ever, and I use some in some of my lectures. I will actually use some stuff that was given to me with the ability to use them for educational purposes for people. But other than that, we do not publicize our stuff ever. We're not there to go live in somebody's house. We don't do that. This is very, very different.
Because I have seen that in the past where these teams will be doing a home investigation and they're live on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's for a private client.
Right.
And look, people could say what they want. We're in a free country. You can do whatever you want to. But I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to me and mine and people that I associate myself with, there's a thing called ethics and morals.
Yep.
And if you can't meet those two simple ones, we don't need to be around you, and you're hurting us as a paranormal community.
Yeah.
I've had arguments with teams before in the past about doing that. And a couple of them were like, well, the family wanted us to do it. I go, well, then you should know enough that the family isn't real. If they want you to go live on Facebook during their investigation, it's because they're looking for attention. And it's most likely nothing paranormal. I mean, it could be, but most likely they're just looking for attention. I've gone on cases where we get there and we're interviewing the family, and next thing you know, like 7 people show up at the door, all their friends, thinking it's like a big party, and either they leave or we go. We're not there for the entertainment part of it.
Yeah, we've had some people call us to take private cases. One person not too long ago, we said, okay, great. And, the case involved kids. So we're like, okay, definitely show us what you've been seeing. And the video they sent to us was a copy of what they posted on social media of what was happening to their kids. And I don't want to go into exactly what it was, but we said no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't like to ever turn people down, but if we think they're just wasting our time, look, everybody on my team are volunteers. Our time is valuable, and we want to help everybody. And we're there to help you, whether it's paranormal or not. But we don't want to have, you wasting our time. If you think we're going to come over and it's going to be like Ghostbusters and everybody's going to come over there, it's not what it is. And we don't like to get involved in all that. I mean, it just wastes everybody's time.
It does, for sure. It's the wrong motivation.
Well, let me jump in here and pay some PTF and Supernatural Inc. bills real quick, and then we will coast the rest of the way. So, Paranormal Task Force, we're out of the Midwest. We do a bunch of cool investigations. We're an event company. We've got we've got Pythian Castle that we will be doing. Tickets, I believe, are still available. We've got the old cow town in Kansas. We've got the Kansas Aviation Museum coming up. We've got Haunt the Town, where we're doing like 5 different buildings in the town of Potosi. But you can find all of that cool stuff at www.paranormaltaskforce.com. Yeah, I'm done. All right. Moving on.
Moving on. So, and don't forget about our Paracon coming up. We'll pay that bill too. I think you could see Dr. Bill Slevin there and a host of other speakers. It's so interesting to me how much what you said is quite an echo by some of the same things John Zaffis said last week, as far as, hey, if don't do this for entertainment. There's no TV shows for you. They're all dead, learn something, learn something. Just because you sit in like our voodoo panel doesn't mean you're practicing voodoo or you're going against your own faith. You're learning. Right. Even Catholic priests learn about other religions. Right. They do.
I've been learning all of these years, like Brandon, like you were saying at the beginning, I've been doing this 37 years now, and I know a fraction of anything out there. I have a lot of knowledge from what I do and from my other experiences and stuff, but we just don't know everything. We don't know nearly everything. I have books and shelves of books. I will read almost every book I could find on stuff. And I laugh at people. A lot of people ask me at times, like, oh, what's the best books to learn to do this and do that? I say, read everything you can, because every book, whether good or bad, is going to have something in it you've never thought of or never heard of, or something that may make you go down a rabbit hole with that. I have Ghost Hunting for Dummies from Zach Bagans, and it's actually... It's an actually entertaining book. People would be surprised. The stuff that's in that book is not really what you see on his show. It's actually more real, like stuff I'm talking about. So there's stuff in there. There's stuff in every book and everything that you can do. Talk to people who've been doing this a long time. People like us who've been doing this since before the reality TV shows, because we learned a different way. We learned old school techniques, hanging a bell on a cabinet door, using flour, using, things that you would never know nowadays. Uh-oh. Breaking news.
What? Breaking news, Brandon? I don't know. Learn something, people.
I figured I thought it was breaking news. Right? Don't give me access to things and buttons. I mean, but what you're saying is right. Like my library, I've got everything from the Kabbalion and the Necronomicon to Native American herbal books. Yeah.
Yeah. I have probably 400 books on Audible. Yeah.
And I haven't even thought about Audible, but this is, it doesn't matter if somebody has written it, even if it's a small time author that you see at the con. And they took time to write it, and you're interested in what they're interested about. Buy the book from them.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is to support. Like, okay, great segue. Where can people directly buy the book from you? Because I know it's on Amazon and all that, but Amazon does not pay their people. And I do not support Amazon.
It's I have them at the shows I do. Probably within the next week. Hopefully by next weekend, I will have it off of my website, billslevin.com. I'll have it up there that you can buy autographed copies. And at any events I do, I always have them with me now, both books. And another big thing that's important to people, if you buy the book, whether it's from Amazon or you meet me at a location or any author out there, leave reviews. Go to Amazon and leave a review. It is the biggest thing that helps us. And it doesn't matter that you don't say verified buyer. Just put that you met me at a convention and bought it directly from me, so that they know you're not just a bot, but those things are really, really important to authors.
Yeah.
Plus, we want to know your feedback. I want to hear it, whether it was good or bad. I'm not going to go knock you off if you say it was horrible.
And speaking of not knocking people off if it's horrible, let's look at some of these packages here for the Paracon, and let's talk about it, shall we?
Yeah, so your RIP package, that's our base package. It starts at $300 per couple. It includes, your hotel room for 2 people for 2 nights and 3 days, all of your general admission classes and admission to the show. And then from there, you can add on things like our celebrity ghost hunts or the weekend with Patty Negri and Sam Beltrusis, paid classes, things like that. VIP is a little in the middle. It's $1,000 per couple. Again, it's an upgraded room. So you do get a suite in that package. You get 2 paid classes per person per day. I think there's some ghost hunts included in that. One on Friday, one on Saturday. And then you can add on from there. And yes. And our platinum package, which there's only 6, believe it, 6 of these packages left. Those are
Sorry. That was funny.
That's $1,500. And that's all the paid classes, ghost hunts, everything but the weekend with Patty Negri. And for those of you who want to use someone else's money interest-free, if you qualify for afterpay, there's probably some options for afterpay to pay interest-free or not interest-free in installments. So you don't have to use your credit card. So why not use someone else's money for free for a couple months, right?
And you know what? That blows my mind.
Are we going to do our game?
Well, let's do the game. Doc, are you up for the game or?
Oh, what game is this? I'm up for whatever it is.
It's called Would You
where we get
Rather.
real stupid. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
This
you ready?
is where we can say fuck at this point.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
put those cards away. Crap. Fuck, I put those cards away. Anyway,
Yeah.
would you rather eat Martin Scorsese's eyebrows off his face or have to
Oh,
lick
God.
everything before you touch it?
Or what?
Have to lick everything before you touch it.
Oh, wow. I'd have to eat the eyebrows.
It's like a one-time deal, right?
Yeah.
Brandon?
You
What would
just
you rather do?
destroyed me. Like you came out swinging tonight. I usually have to make mine up. All
I got a
right.
new deck of cards. I got more.
I see that. My God, Doc, she got me there. I'm gonna defer back to her for a second. Next card, please. Jeez.
All right. Would you, every time you fall asleep, be stuck in Narnia, or have Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, rap to you every night before you fall asleep?
Well, say that one more
hell?
time. I got to hear that one more time. That was a
Okay.
lot to take in. Wait.
Would you rather every time you fell asleep, you ended up being stuck in Narnia, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe book,
All right.
and-
Okay.
or have Pitbull rap to you every night until you fall asleep?
Oh, I had Pitbull. Fireball.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I want to be in Narnia every night.
It's cold in Narnia, and there's like half breeds in Narnia. That's the wrong word. Jeez. All right.
Good thing it's the
So
show.
I finally figured mine out. So it's going to be a really good would you rather.